7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Step into the ring where the lights burn bright. Thursday night, we ignite. It's a heavyweight fight. Still steps, no fear. We go deep, we go raw. Talking truths, other parts won't touch. Breaking the law. Still steps, we taking it higher. Real talk, no chill. Spitting fire. On, locked in it. We bring the heat. Every Thursday night, we can't be beat. We can't be beat. We can't be beat.
What is good, everyone? It is your boy Politic and Hot alongside my guy, Mr. Moyofit Chris Wilson. We are Still Steps coming to you live on a beautiful Thursday evening, courtesy of All Fit to Talk Sports Network. Mr. Moyofit, how you doing tonight, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Ready to talk some politics in the world of wrestling because shit is getting real out here.
A lot of shenanigans going on in the world of WWE, so to speak, because of the doings of one particular group holding company, which we will be opening up to discuss tonight. Also, we will be talking about Backlash that's coming up this Saturday down in Tampa, Florida, which you can all stream live on the ESPN app or Netflix internationally. But also, too, I just want to throw a quick shout out there to GCW at the one night only event from last Saturday at the 2300 Arena. Pretty dope show. Not sure if you was able to catch it from last Saturday, but it was a pretty amazing show, which we saw Nick Gage come back to the ring. He fought our guy Bear Bronson, which was a hell of a match. Then I had my guy Ruckus going into the Hardcore Hall of Fame at the 2300 Arena. It was pretty dope, to see that moment there for him, especially for everything he put into pro wrestling, even like during his time at CZW and just working across the tri-state area. So, salute to my guy Ruckus. If greatly appreciate everything you do and, allow myself to participate in as well. Not going to go any further on that, but appreciate the contributions regards to everything and you've done in the world of pro wrestling, and being able to see someone who I've watched during the channel 48 days, and now being inducted into the Hardcore Hall of Fame at the 2300 Arena. I think it was like a circle completed, for him.
Yeah, for sure. That was amazing. Well deserved. Like this, I get these hardcore matches, man. Like I said, these things. I always wanted to be a wrestler. That's why we do this, but I don't know if I can do that shit. Like I was like, the stuff these men and women put their bodies through to entertain crazy freaks like us. I commend them because they don't get paid nowhere near as they should be, because they're willing to put their bodies, their mental all on the line for us to yell out, "Holy shit, you still got it, you fucked up," you name it. So well deserved. Congratulations.
It's kind of crazy. When you said how you said you had aspirations of becoming a pro wrestler. Yeah. As much as I watch pro wrestling, I never had that aspiration to actually get into the mix. I don't know. I don't know why.
You know why? I think you would be a great manager. I don't think like this. I think you'd be a great I guess I gotta say pause. You'd be a great mouthpiece for a wrestler because you have a certain appeal and you can speak real well. So I can see you as the manager. Definitely mouth for the South, Jimmy Hardish, Bush Nick Bobby the Brain Heenish type thing like this. That's my man. Like that you all day. This. I always wanted to be a wrestler. I always wanted to as much as I love the baby faces. As I got older, I always felt myself I would be a really good heel. Because I just feel like I could play a dickhead very well.
I think for me also too, I think the media side was always the best thing, whether it was either maybe announcing or doing the backstage interviews. I've always took that instead. instead of actually being in a square circle. But I would, but you might have nailed it though. Like either like a manager, or if even possible, I could be like that asshole ring announcer. Like I'll do my best for whoever I do like that's going to be in the match. Like shout out to Emo, he kind of does this now, like in the world of GCW, especially like when there's a KJ Orso match. Like he will announce the hell out of the opponent KJ Orso will face, but then once KJ Orso were to come out, he'd be like, and coming from Mobile, Alabama. It's like the Met Court here at a Sixers game when the opponent scores a bucket. like that's exactly what it is. Like that's how I would be.
Like for 3.
Right. Shout out to Matt Cole who's retiring, you know what I mean, as the the in arena host for the Sixers. Like, yeah.
We're playing right now. I would retire too.
I know, still got a shot, still got a little bit of a shot. So, and
there's a chance.
Yeah, and shout out to Brett too, man. Brett Lauderdale, because once the game went final Saturday night, he right before Emma was getting ready to announce the next match, he was like, "Hold on, Emma, I gotta break this news," and he broke the news about the Sixers defeating the Celtics to win the series, and like that joint, it was dope. It was like a dope time to actually experience that moment. Although my man that was sitting behind me, like they had the game on the entire night, so I was just kind of like watching the matches and people back up, yo, what's the score? Like score check, score check, like. But yeah, nah. So, but no, again, you know what I mean, very, very dope event that went down. I did, I don't go get no copyright infringement because of the music, but yeah, no, I did, grab some shots from the event. But yeah, but no, if you didn't get a chance, definitely run this event back. It was definitely a pretty dope event. So. But anybody want to check out any more of these reels, you can follow my social media and my handle below. So, but Mr. Muyafit, you know why we are here. It's a new week of that Turnbuckle Talk. And
two-man power trip is back, y'all. So we gonna talk about shit.
Yeah, and we definitely got to start with what transpired last weekend, where the news came out in regards to the New Day departing from the WWE. And there were some news where apparently with these cuts that TKO has been doing with the talent, that they've been asking some talent to take some pay cuts, and it's been somewhat reported that some of the pay cuts are up to damn near 50%. And I'm not saying that I know for a fact that the New Day were part of that 50% cut, but apparently whatever they were asking them to do, they weren't feeling it, and they asked for their release, and hence here we are today. They're no longer part of the WWE, and for some reason it just seemed like this TKO Group Holdings, they're doing something that's like draining. I don't want to say it's like draining the WWE universe yet, because at the end of the day, us as fans, they're still going to show up to the arenas regardless. Now, but I think now that we are in this merge with TKO, I'm starting to get that feeling that this is now starting to bother talent within the WWE umbrella. And if that bothers the talent, you got a problem. You have a problem. And my question for tonight is, TKO becoming a problem for WWE? And before you respond to that, I definitely want to get your reaction as far as like your real-time reaction when you first learned about the New Day no longer being part of the WWE, and then follow up in regards to, is TKO becoming an issue for the WWE brand?
Well, the first initial reaction was when I heard about this. I actually heard it from us, you guys. Like we have a group chat.
Yeah.
We talk about wrestling all the time. And when shout out to our boy Joey, he just put on there New Day versus Young Bucks is going to be awesome.
Right.
And I was like, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah, we ain't even get there yet.
I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, this did not look like, I got to go online. I'm like, wait a minute, gotta be something with that. So I Googled New Day, WWE, and that's when I saw the news. And I told you when I put in the chat, I said NFW, all caps, exclamation, exclamation, exclamation. Cause I was like, ain't no way.
Right.
Ain't no way. These are WWE lifers to me. Like you would no, they wouldn't be. They're like they're not. Yes, they're past their prime far as popularity, but in ring ability, they could still hang with the best because they are one of the best as far as tag team goes. And it's like y'all weren't using them correctly, and that's not a fault to them. That's a fault to the people behind the scenes who felt like they couldn't do nothing with them.
Right.
As far as TKO with these crazy budget cuts, as far as telling talent that they're going to have to take upwards to a 50% pay cut and give them like a criminally like low time frame to make a decision. I was hearing it was like they give them like 48 hours, like make a decision in 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what are you talking like? This is my livelihood. And you telling me I'm gonna take a 50% pay cut in 2 days or else? Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
New Day, especially Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston is one of the best in-ring talents WWE has ever had. He's one of the most accomplished from tag team to singles wrestlers they've had. He's like a how many time tag team champion? Like 18, something like that, some crazy number. He's like an 18-time tag team champion, multiple time Intercontinental and United States champion, and he won WWE championship on the biggest stage, WrestleMania, Kofi Mania, all that stuff. It is so disrespectful that he put in the time, the work from coming in as a fake Jamaican to, doing all that stuff, the boom, 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 all that. Remember all that stuff. But he came from all that to make it here. He got put in the tag team with his two good friends, guys who at the time wasn't his best friends, but just two guys he was real cool with. It sucked at first because they tried to make him like gospel singers and stuff. They turned water into wine pretty much. Became the hottest thing in WWE, not just the hottest tag team. The New Day was the hottest thing in WWE, and a time period where WWE sucked tremendously. Like it was bad watching wrestling at that time frame. It really was, and it was the most entertaining thing on Monday nights. You just couldn't wait to see them come out. They were funny, they were entertaining, and they were heels. But they got so over, they became the top tag team and became baby faces. So that's why I'm saying all that to say they put in all this time, effort, and work. They sold all this merch. They are solidified. Don't tell me, oh, now y'all making too much money. We gotta make budget cuts. Like this, because we need to make. But like y'all just got all this money. Y'all getting all these money from all these different streaming platforms. Y'all getting all this money from UPN, from USA.
Well, I'm about to say UPN, the RIP UPN,
not UPN, CW, sorry.
CW.
Sorry.
I know what you meant. No, go ahead.
My bad.
Fuck your shit. You good.
CW. Look at this. You got all this money from CW, USA. Y'all got $1 billion something deal with freaking Netflix. So y'all got all this guaranteed revenue. No matter what type of product y'all put out, y'all already on that alone from your streaming platform agreements are getting money thrown at you every single year, no matter what. You're getting all this money when you do these Saudi Arabia shows over there. Like you're getting all that oil money from those Saudi princes and all that. From sponsors left and right. What's the name? Is like throwing y'all money just to get like everything from Prime, Slim Jims, all that, because all that stuff, all this money.
Right.
But you're trying to tell me y'all can't afford the New Day?
They can't pay the $5, man.
So, like, yo, I said, y'all, this is the like, listen, it's not gonna happen. At least I don't. This is one thing I can say the biggest difference between TKO and Vince McMahon pervy ass. Vince McMahon was loyal to his talent. He really was. He's like this. He's like, if you were WWE, if you was diehard WWE, he was diehard for you.
Right.
Like this. If you was on some bullshit and felt like you wanted to walk, like he will let you go within reason. Like it was like just like, all right, you want to go? Fine, get the hell out. But if you were like hardcore WWE, he wasn't letting you go. Not look how many chances he gave the people in life he should have fired. He should have fired Shawn Michaels 30 times.
Yeah.
He should have like this. He fired Sid Vicious, rest in peace, 30 times, but he kept bringing him back because
Right.
it made sense. Ultimate Warrior, name it. But like TKO, I think they're fans of the business of wrestling, but I don't think they're wrestling fans at all. I don't think they will walk in a room and know who wrestler B is. They would know CM Punk. They would know Roman. They would know Cody. They would know Becky. They would know Charlotte. They would know that. But best believe when Nikki Cross just got fired, they don't know who the hell Nikki Cross was.
Right.
They didn't know who that person was. They saw a name, a number. Probably, honestly, let's be real. Triple H plays a big part in this. It was like, hey, do you think we're good if we let this person go?
Now, I will say, I think she got caught up with what we talked about last week, as far as
the spooky shit.
The report about TKO not being a big fan of like the gothic type look of a character, and you know that kind of.
They're gonna leave Rhea Ripley's ass alone, though. I'll tell you that much.
Hey man, because the fans love mommy. Like that's what that is. Like, look,
you gonna leave Rhea alone.
You can't allow them to lose mommy to a competitor for the simple fact of that. Like,
mommy become a free agent. Hoo.
Yeah,
back those bricks trucks up.
Oh, seriously. Look, but I'm like, Tony, save your money now.
Yeah, right. Somebody like, I got it. Don't worry.
Right. You got a home.
Listen, Tony's gonna say that to New Day. Because be real.
Yeah.
That's where they're going eventually. Tony's gonna be like, they want to pay you what? I got that right now. What are you talking about? Like,
see what tuning the busted open this week, and a couple of them were saying, I think Bully was even saying this, as far as like if he were part of that brass of TNA, like if he were Carlos Silva, like he would make sure get back up the Brinks truck for New Day, whatever you can do in order to get them. But I feel like if that was even a possibility, I don't think they would even accept it, just off the strength of what they just experienced with WWE and the TKO group, which kind of still would be affiliated with TKO to a certain extent. Or from on a TNA level, if they were, if that partnership as far as them and NXT, is still in existence. Although we haven't really saw much of that lately on the NXT programming as of late. I think maybe like the last time we saw something was when they were at New York at MSG with Santana being being involved with that episode of NXT. But outside of that, I mean, if the partnership isn't continuing, then maybe I could see them entertaining that. But I don't think I think AEW gotta be the landslide choice. Like
they can create havoc. They could come in as, honestly, they could come in as heels.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I wouldn't come as baby faces. Like they would get a huge pop, but come in as heels, like they would.
In a way, I feel like it revolutionizes their careers. As either as a tag team, or if they even decided to go in, do a singles, competition over in AEW. Like,
yeah, man, it's so weird because, like I said, Because number one, WWE. So I'm gonna say this. So we're gonna go back to the WWE creative and all
Yeah,
this stuff. Even though we know this is a TKO move.
right.
So the biggest thing is because it all goes off the size of their contracts and how they're being used at the moment. And they're trying to TKO decide like, well, we don't see the value in them right now because how the way they're being used. How they're being used is a detriment to the writers, not them.
Right.
They aren't. It's not like they weren't given and doing their part when they were out there and on screen because
Yeah.
they were because just recently they were part of one of the best stories of the heel turn. That heel turn worked and it was good because nobody saw it coming.
Right.
We thought Xavier probably was going to trade on Kofi, but then we kind of swerved ourselves, thinking maybe it's Kofi the one that's going to trade. But no, they both traded on Big E, which was perfect because everybody has Big E as the most sentimental favorite person in life right now because we weren't sure if he was going to come back to wrestling or not at that time before he ultimately retired later on. But they shunned him. Everybody booed the shit out of him. It was great. They had legit heel heat. And what did WWE do with him? Nothing.
Nothing.
That is the writer's fault, not them. And I was listening to Stevie Richards earlier, and he had a great point. He said, "How is it that when the WWE writers doesn't have anything creatively for storyline wise for wrestlers, the management's decision is to let go of the wrestlers because creative doesn't have nothing for them." He was like, "How does that make sense?"
Right.
He's like the wrestlers are still out there giving their all, who's still physically and creatively inclined to do everything that you see wrestlers do that makes you entertained by them. He was like this. He's like, but since creative has nothing for them, they let them go. He was like, so if a wrestler comes in and say, "Hey, I can't take any bumps anymore," does the management say, "Oh, okay, you can't take any bumps? All right, okay, we got to fire 3 writers." It's like this. Like, no, they don't do that.
Right.
A wrestler can't say, "You know what? I don't feel like doing that splash from the top rope no more." Does WWE say, "Oh, the creative guy wanted you to do that? Okay, yeah, we're gonna fire him. We're gonna fire her." No, they don't do that.
Right.
So it's like it's crazy the mindset of just because they creatively got nothing for you, which is their sole purpose of their job, because they're supposed to be these brilliant writers and minds to where they could come up with creative storylines for these performers. It's like and T because TKO's whole premise was since they aren't being used that their money value for what they pay them isn't worth it because how the way they're being used. They don't dictate how they are being used.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, how are you punishing them or make a decision on their worth and value because how the way your writers are using them? It's
Right.
crazy.
And I agree with that because you know what I mean that is part you know what I mean that is fault on creative. Like I think too this is also a accountability that needs to be taken by TKO because in TKO's mind they already have like a pre-perception as far as like what they want the product to be. And I think we're really seeing that now that there's closure to WrestleMania. I think they're at this point where it's like, okay, let's start revamping this and turning things into what we want this product to be. Like, and I think that's probably why, like, out of nowhere, like you just saw Cody and Randy, have a crazy ass bout at WrestleMania. We ain't see Randy Orton
We
since
were gonna say,
fucking
what happened to
WrestleMania.
Randy Orton?
like he's been MIA.
He ended the match by attacking him and
Yeah.
punching him in the face to
Yeah.
where he had legit black eye. That wasn't no fake shit.
Mhm.
That was a legit black eye.
Right.
Closed his eye up. That's why they banned the move because he kept kicking people for real.
Right.
Because he don't know how to let up off a punt, apparently. what's his name? But that's not his job. But he's supposed to take solace, not hurting people. But he hurt Cody. It is what it is. He didn't mean it. What's his name? But like Randy's been gone. The whole Jelly Roll Pat McAfee, stupid.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, to say going now.
That's a wrap. And I'm glad that's gone.
Yeah,
like, but I'm glad that's gone. So that way it can stick to everybody that's actually on a roster that grind. Yeah. You know what I mean, week in and week out.
And much as like Pat McAfee annoys me, I'm glad he's that much of a wrestling fan to know it was so shit that it was like, dude, let's
step away.
Yeah, like, dude, let's cut this. Like it's bad. Everybody's hating it. People probably hating me. That he probably feels like I didn't even want to do this. Right. Like this. They probably just wrote down a bigger number for him. So he was like, all right, I gotta do this.
Yeah, right. What time? What time's call time?
Right. Like, I can't turn out these many zeros then. So that's another thing I'm saying. Guys like him will get this type of money that these people aren't getting, who's busting their ass every week or multiple days a week, traveling and missing time with their families, all that stuff, to get this type of pay that they're not getting. Then you got Pat McAfee comes in, who's a celebrity,
right?
And they just get all this money and red carpet treatment, and just like they're like, who the hell is this guy? He's not even that. He is as famous as me,
right?
He's like, this is like how. So it's like, I get it. This is never going to happen. I hate to say never, but because you never know. But like, if they keep doing stuff like this, like I said, it's never going to happen. But if I was a person who loved this business, and I was like CM Punk said, he got that FU money.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if a person like a CM Punk or somebody who really loves this business of wrestling, love WWE, be like, yo, I'm about to slowly organize a fucking strike because I'm tired of this shit. It's like they're letting go good people, they're letting go my friends, people who bust their ass in this business. Like I said, I highly doubt it will ever happen because people are just scared. To be honest, I'm not gonna call them cowards. They just know this is the way they make their money. And if you don't work, like anybody in life, you don't work, you don't get paid. Even
right.
They got contracts.
But so hold up real quick. See, I know you said it probably won't happen. I don't think it would ever happen. I'm not gonna say it won't never happen.
Listen.
There could be someone that will step up, you know what I mean, for that to actually happen. I don't think it would be like someone like CM Punk, because I think someone like CM Punk is reaping the benefits of this TKO machine that's being ran right now. Like he's definitely getting paid. Like,
for sure.
Like it would have to come from someone that's like, I don't want to say maybe like Miz level, Damian Priest level.
I guess so. Like I said, those people though, it depends. It would have to be somebody like that. It has to be somebody backstage who's really, really like
influential,
who's really loved. Honestly, somebody like R-Truth.
Yeah,
like somebody like that, like R-Truth or even Natalia, like one of them type people.
Right. I was about to say, look, I think everybody you just named right now is probably like getting a nice payday from TKO.
Yeah, that's why I was like, to come like, I'm like this because I'm like, I know it said Damian Priest, but Damian Priest probably getting paid nicely, like from where he was to where he is now.
But I can see him probably being part of like the pay cut. Maybe not at the 50%, maybe like 20.
Yeah, 20%. Probably 20, I'd just say. But like I said, Damian Priest up there. He's like around our age.
Yeah.
So he's probably just like, listen, I'm gonna keep grinding. That's why they told him to calm down, and he had to cut down on his wrestling because his mindset was, look, the more I wrestle, the more I get paid. So I'm gonna keep grinding because he honestly probably doesn't know how many more years he got left of doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably like, yeah, I'm gonna just grind this out, make all the money I can, so I can retire within the next 5 years.
Yeah, but we all do agree. We see the New Day showing up in AEW.
Yeah, for sure. They like, why not? Like, why not? TNA just, I'm sorry, not to say they're above it, but I just think they're past it. Like, just I just don't see TNA as the stop for them.
Right.
Like, but like for sure AEW, because they treat the tag teams with a lot more respect, and you got way more bigger names that people would pay you guys like even more money to have those like matches. FTR, even a nostalgia match with Copeland and Christian.
Yeah.
Like, like even that match, I know it's WWE guys versus WWE guys, but the thing about Christian hasn't been a WWE guy for a very, very long time. Number one,
Right.
but still, we know we all see him as a WWE guy. But Adam Copeland and all that, it doesn't matter if they're all WWE guys. It's just the nostalgia of seeing, those two against the New Day. Then you got, like I said, so many better tag teams in there.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows where the Motor City Machine Gun is going to end up? They might end up there too.
If they were to do so, I think this would have to be where like TK he gotta be like, you know what? If I do this, I gotta make sure that I'm doing this the right way. If that even calls for having to create a freaking tag team tournament for like some bogus cup.
Yeah, no,
At
that's
the end of the
exactly
day, you right. You're highlighting the tag teams. Like
how that's it. That's what you're
that
doing
would
though.
be the mission. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you
Like
give them the tag team division the shine it deserves, and it's like honestly, it shows prestige. But like, they just keep one set of tag team titles. Don't have two. Do
right.
not have two sets. Jeez, please don't.
He gonna have the TNT and TBS tag team titles. It's like no.
Yeah, yeah. Like seriously, here you go. Here's the dude TNT tag team champions. Like, come on, no, Tony, please. It's like back in the days, people like y'all don't remember this. This is how old we are. Uh, NWA used to have United States Tag Team Champions,
Hmm.
and I was like, I saw them one time. It's
Right.
like one time they were defended. They lost. The Freebirds beat I think Terry Taylor and Greg Valentine.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Super Brawl. Yep, that dude, my memory boy. Who they beat them for United States Tag Team titles. They won them. They defended them against some team from Britain, and I never seen them again.
Wait, am I tripping? Wasn't there a 6 man?
Yes, it
For
was.
I know there was, but was there one for the United States?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Yes,
I somewhat recall. I'm not gonna
it
say I
has.
recall actually seeing it, but I
Yeah, they
recall,
had.
you know, what I mean, reading it back in the
Yeah,
day.
they had 6 man. I never seen it, but I remember I seen it once because I saw old, like we used to rent those tapes back in the
Yeah,
day for all these
yeah.
wrestling stuff. I was like, yeah, 6 man United States champions. Like they
Mm-hmm.
really did.
Because
Uh
I think what's the name? Members of the Horsemen had them at some point.
Members of the Horsemen, and I forgot what they used to call them. Something. I know it was Kevin Sullivan, Mike Rotunda, and Rick Steiner.
Oh, the Varsity Club.
The Varsity Club.
There you
There
go,
you go.
man.
Hey, yeah.
That's my knowledge. It's like no.
Yeah, yeah. They were the 6 man champions. As
Yeah,
like people, I'll be trying to tell people all the time, like, yo, Rick Steiner was well into wrestling before Scott even.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It was
Honestly, he was like the original Eugene to a certain extent.
yes,
Like at that
very true.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, like he
very,
kind of like had that personality like of like a Eugene
yeah,
at that time.
yeah. Just this like yo, like kind of sorry to say the phrase, but it is what it is a dumb jock who was like this. He was running around just barking and shit and just being a dumb jock. He was meathead. And
Right.
he's like, but he was a tough guy. He like this. He worked very, very stiff. Like just slam and freaking Steiner line and punched the shit out you.
Hmm.
And but he was winning championships. Like I said, he was at that time, he was a NWA television champion. He was the United States tag
Right.
champion, 6 man. Like he was winning championships way before he became a tag team with his brother.
Right. No, that's a fact. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I wish my uncle still had those boxes of tapes. Like I swear,
Yeah.
man. Like he had everything from the Crockett Cup.
Yeah.
AWA, NWA. I'm talking about like industrial sized boxes of all these tapes. Each box alone may have probably had like close to maybe like 60 to 80 tapes in each box. And he maybe had like three or four boxes of them like that.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Right. Especially now knowing with where we are like with today's society and YouTube and stuff. Like,
Uh,
dude, we be freaking millionaires right now.
yeah, for real, bro. Tell you,
Yeah.
wrestling people. Sorry, I ain't trying to sound. I'm trying to sound like a unk or the old man yelling at y'all crossing the lawn.
Yeah, we the unks.
Yeah, not trying to sound like it, but
You
I'm
better not
being
be on
real.
my
Y'all.
damn lawn.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm dead set. Wrestling was so much better back then. It really was. Like the '80s, early '90s, wrestling was just so much better.
But you know what? If you really think about it, like while we say it was better, I think it was better for us for the sake of like we were at a point where we were like free. Like there was really like no restriction as far as like with the wrestling. Cause like it was almost like a privilege to a certain extent, like watching it, like, yo, you see this, you see what's going on. But now that
Yeah,
as we gotten older and you start to understand the behind the scenes, you know, stuff that
no,
goes on, it kind of takes away a little bit from wrestling today. But that's
no, definitely. I hate it. Like I
yeah,
hate the backstage shit. Like I'm a backstage person. Like I love the. I like it's crazy. I'm about to sound like I'm kind of addicted myself, but I'm not. For a person, I'm a big backstage person. I like to hear about the backstage stuff, like the behind the scenes stuff. I like to hear about it. I don't like to see it. Like I
right.
mean, like this. I don't want to see the actual wrestlers talking to each other, going over moves before the match and all that. Like I don't want to see it. I don't want to see y'all game planning the storylines, all that. I don't want to see like I already know it's scripted. I don't like I'm a grown man, but don't ruin the inner child in me. Like don't do that. Like I get it. Like it's like Paul Heyman said when he was like, first of all, let me say I hate these things. Like
Yeah.
I mean, like
Like the
dude,
unreals and stuff.
yeah, it takes away. It
Yeah.
does. It takes away from, and we like I said, we all know it's scripted, but like I said, and also too, even though wrestling was a lot of wrestling for as territories, if you were lived in a certain area, you didn't see all those territories of wrestling.
Right.
So now we live in a world where wrestling is everywhere, and we can see it everywhere whenever we want. So we're very spoiled with the flooding of wrestling from all these different companies, like
Mm,
from like the main bigger names to all the independent stuff. Like you can find it. So it's like back then you had to know somebody who knew somebody who was related to somebody to know where to catch the wrestling from this other independent company that had a big star you never heard of, but he's making all these waves.
right. You know, before we like not to go off like on like a crazy tangent, but like when did you like really understand that there were like other promotions? I mean, like outside of like the WWE, WCW, more so like as far as like back around like the WWF, WCW times, like how, like when did you like discover like the independent side of pro wrestling, and also knowing that like major like wrestlers were working these independent promotions?
I found out around I forget what age I was, but I'll say maybe I was like 8 years old, like 8 or 9 years.
Really,
Yeah,
really
yeah,
interesting.
yeah. 'Cause I told you I just used to like watch so much wrestling and try to find so much stuff through videotapes and stuff like that. So, but the thing about it is, I didn't know that these other like territories had like affiliations with bigger companies. Like I'm sure you remember USWA.
Yeah.
I never knew that was owned by Jerry Lawler. Like I didn't know that was his promotion. So
So you saw the USWA tape first before it hit 48.
yeah,
Okay.
Because the reason why I did that, because I told you my god brother, big wrestling fan too. His boy, who I met like twice, I don't know how he used to get these tapes, but he
Yeah.
used to get these tapes of these like independent wrestling stuff, and he used to show me stuff with like, and I didn't know who the hell these people are because I was like, "This is not WWF. Why are we watching this?" Like this, honestly, that's my whole thing. I was like, I don't know who this is, but then like this, but the other like this. But that's when I found out about the territories because
Right.
he started telling me. He was like, no, he was like this. That's when I started finding about the promotions in Texas. So
Mm.
you start showing me all about like because the Texas tornado, I didn't know he was just regular Kerry Von Eric. I was just like I know he was Texas tornado Kerry
Right.
Von Eric. I just thought I was like I don't know why they call him that. It's a Texas tornado, but he started showing me territories in Texas, like these tapes in Texas with him and his brothers, how they was running stuff down out there, how they became these big stars, and I was like, and I was looking like so confused. I'm like, so I said, I was like, just be like, all right, so who they signed with? Are they signed with WWF or WCW? And he was like, no, they're their own wrestling company. I'm like, huh? This is like, I was like, I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. Like, I was like, I knew they weren't like this. That's how I found out about territories. Like, I just didn't get what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know. I understand the concept of territory.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
I thought they were all smaller extensions of WWF.
Right.
Honestly, it was like this. I was like, that's. I was like, all right. So I was like, so when WWF don't got enough room, they go wrestle over here. That's how I used to look at it.
No, I got you. Like in that case, I'm kind of right there with you to a certain extent. I won't say it was like actually like 8 years old, maybe probably about maybe like yeah, probably between like 10, like between 10 or 12 cuz it was back when GWF like used to come on like early Saturday mornings
WWF.
on CBS. So like that was like for me that was like my first time like really actually seeing like WWF stars at the time like they were on that platform. I was like, wait a minute, like what is he doing here?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, bro. I was watching like New Japan stuff when I was like 8 or 9 years old. Like I legit
yeah,
like Antonio. Like I knew like I was 8 9 years old. I knew who Antonio Noki was at 8 or 9 years old. Like it wasn't like so when I saw him pop up in WCW, I knew exactly who he was. I was like, oh shit, he over here.
right.
Like this. I was like, I didn't. It wasn't like surprised me. I knew. So I seen Great Muda in WCW before I saw him in or NWA before New Japan. But the
Yeah.
thing it was, I actually saw him in New Japan first. I didn't know it was him because when he wrestled, he didn't have his face paint on.
Mm.
Which nigga sometimes he wrestled with it off, which I didn't know that. Which name? So I was just like, all right. Like they was like, that's the Great Muda. I'm like, no, that's not. Just like, but it was crazy because he was such an enigma at that time because the character, how he was like this crazy Japanese guy who was spitting out myths, and but he was just so fast, like he was just lightning fast. Like this, the way he would just like do his elbow drop,
Yeah.
that like Jim Ross used to call it a power drive elbow. And I thought that was the perfect phrasing for it because it was like to me the people's elbow before the people's elbow.
Right.
Because it was all presentation. Whereas because the end of the day was just a regular elbow. It just he put such a snap to it with his body, like the way he like contorted his body as he was going down. It looked like it was. I was like, oh damn, that was an elbow. But as you look at it back, it's like, no, you just did an elbow drop. He just did all this extra shit before he did it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I got you. You know what too? Like I will say this because I do think Channel 48 for us, for those local that's watching, I think they were like really ahead of the curve as far as like putting pro wrestling on that channel. Like once they got ECW on there after they left the sports channel, they started playing Smoky Mountain Wrestling,
Smoky.
USWA. You know, we were just talking about, and there were a couple of other promotions like that. I think they used to do like IWA Mid South, like when they started getting that, but also too, I also got to include like, you know, this was like peak era when, you know, the wrestling magazines was like really popping, like the Wrestler, PWI. Trying to think what's my guy George. He was a senior photographer for. I can't think of the name of it right now. I want to say Wrestling Alliance. I know I could be wrong, but yeah, like that was like peak time. But if you recall, like the Wrestler or PWI back in those times, they used to have like the top 10 section for like every promotion like that was out there and who would be the champion. So therefore, like, you know, Jerry Lawler would be doing jack shit in WWE, but he was
Mhm.
the USWA heavyweight champion. You're like, wait, how's Jerry Lawler the champion over here? He don't do nothing in WWE.
Yeah, he
You
just
know,
talks
like,
shit, the
yeah,
commentator, but he's the man over here. But then you find out, well, he owns the company, so
right. Like even like with PG-13 at the time, like when they was like when they, you know, like I known them for being on you know, USWA,
USWA.
and
Yeah,
then they, you know what I mean, eventually, you know what I mean, went over to WWE and they part of the nation. I'm like, wait a minute,
we
like,
are the nation, flying in color.
oh, don't you
Don't mess
start.
around, cause you gonna rush your mother.
Crazy.
I will never ever forget the lyrics to that. Yo, it's because it's like, I'm sorry. It was the funny shit over. You got this pro black, nation by any means necessary. So of course, who comes out and raps their song? Two
Right.
white dudes, two Vanilla Ice, like just stereotypical white dudes, and then like it was so funny. Just like this, it was like now once again PGW like PG-13. I knew them from USWA, so
Yeah.
when they debuted, I think it was Survivor Series, uh, with the Nation, and I saw him. I was like, "Oh shit!" It's like this. Like I was with my cousins watching this. They didn't know who the hell it was. I was all like, "Oh shit!" This was like PG-13. They was like,
Right.
"Who?" It was like I was like, "They're a tag team in another organization. They actually the champions." And he was like, "Oh, all right." And they did nothing in WWF. I mean, absolutely nothing. Vince was probably was like, "These scrawny little white boys, get them out of here."
No, like no, that's like what because if I'm not mistaken, like even like when Ahmed came up in WWF, like he was also running in USWA, like at that time. But no, actually, no, forgive me.
That is
I caught him with in NWA because he had a totally different name, and I was like, wait
okay.
a
I'm about to
minute,
say, I don't remember him in USWA.
no, yeah, it was NWA. My bad, because he was damn. Who do we? So, Tony Norris.
Tony
That
Norris.
was his name in
Okay.
NWA. Tony Norris. I was like, wait a minute, that's Ahmed Johnson. What they call him Tony Norris for? Like, yeah.
Ahmed Johnson, the one of the biggest what ifs
Hmm.
in WWE history. Like he was over. That's what I said. I always remember I always asked this question. I was saying that last week about Apollo Cruz. I was like this. I was like, do these people with these certain accolades make it into the Hall of Fame?
Right.
Because on paper it says they should go, but do the masses, the powers that be, feel like they're worthy enough? Because like let's be real. Number one, the Hall of Fame is fake. Like there's no criteria and metrics. It's just basically whoever they like
Right.
or feels like, you know what, they've been for a while. Let's put them in there. Like I said, because Apollo Cruz on paper has the accolades to be in the Hall of Fame because he's a multiple time United States and Intercontinental Champion. So it's like, how is he not going to be in the Hall of Fame?
Right.
Ahmed Johnson is the first black Intercontinental Champion in history. How, like, should he be in the Hall of Fame?
I'm getting ready to say like
The first black intercontinental champion. Like,
I mean technically you should for being the
is he?
first black intercontinental
That's
champion.
what I'm saying. Like, is he like Tony Atlas and my man
Rocky,
Rocky
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 Johnson.
Johnson, first black tag team champions. They in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, like, they weren't like big time, big name people.
But see, and I feel like that's they're going to get away with that now with nowadays because of like that additional wing that they're putting out, like how Sid got in
which
recently.
which is a travesty. It was
Yeah,
he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. The man's a multiple time world champion across different companies.
right,
He's like he was your company's WWF champion on two separate occasions where he beat two of the biggest names in that company for both times. He beat Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart to win that title. We know he wasn't a
Mhm.
great wrestler. He wasn't supposed to be. He's like he was all gimmick, all presentation, but that's at that time, that's what they wanted. That's what was popular. He did it well.
right.
So they're saying the world champion WCW. Like he was an attraction. People just was legit scared to death of him. And but he's not in the Hall of Fame. Like the first ballot Hall of Fame. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I think Apollo might fall into that too.
You think?
Unfortunately,
You think?
yeah. I mean, although the acolytes show that he should be there, like as like a no question, but yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, think, man. Hey,
Man.
Coco Beware in the Hall of Fame.
Hey man, Coco B, where he was probably like one of the first wrestlers like I identified like, oh wait, like yeah man, like we do got us in here.
Yeah, huh?
Like
I say Coco Beware in there, and I'm sorry we had that argument. I'm like, man, he don't deserve to be in there. Y'all was bringing up stuff he did from a territory. Honestly, one of them territories we talk about, I never even heard of. He's like, he was a blah 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 champion, a blah 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 champion. I was
oh,
like,
trust and believe. I still believe Coco Beware deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, I still believe it. Like,
yeah,
come
yeah.
on, man. Like,
Like I
listen,
appreciate. Listen, no, I support my people. I appreciate what he's done in the business, but Hall of Famer, I'm sorry, bro.
do we need to bring up his acolytes again? You know, the title reigns he had.
Go ahead.
He was the WBC IWA champion.
Yo,
Let me stop.
he's like he was the OB. Look this like he was the OBG champion. Like what? Only black guy.
Stop it.
We just gave it to him. We're like, all right.
No, shout out to Coco Beware though.
Shout out to Booker T.
You
First
funny.
ballot. Two-time
Oh
Hall of
yeah.
Famer. Deserve that.
Two-time. All right. But before we go even more extreme left for the evening, let's get into this Backlash event that's streaming live on Saturday, May 9th at 7 Eastern time for Pacific time on the ESPN app. Or if you're internationally watching us, you got to catch it on Netflix. But I'll be honest with you. For some reason, I almost forgot about this pay-per-view. I thought it was going to be next week for some reason. I didn't think it was going to be this week.
I did too. I legit forgot about this. I don't know because Mother's Day is Sunday. Maybe that's why I forgot.
Right.
But also too, there's a UFC event this Saturday, which I'm more interested in.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's what I'm surprised TKO is doing that. So they got wrestling and the UFC coming on the same night. So I'm like, is Backlash in 2 hours?
Probably because there's only like 5 matches, so it's probably
so that makes sense to me because that means you can watch Backlash, then right after that watch UFC.
Right.
Yeah,
No, I can definitely see that.
UFC starts at 10, so it's like you could watch back to back on different platforms, obviously, but that's how it will work. But yeah, it's just Backlash, and it's not like that. It's not intriguing. Let's just put it. It's not that intriguing. So it's like
I ain't gonna say it's not intriguing. There's
it's not.
maybe like out of the 5 matches, there's probably two that two in a possible three that does intrigue me.
No, stick to your two. It wasn't just two. It was two matches that are intriguing. Another three is like, yeah, we can use these on Raw.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I mean, you want to? I can name them now. I mean,
yeah,
one being the World Heavyweight Championship with Roman and Jacob, and the second one would actually be the United States Championship with Trick defending it against Sami Zayn. And before I drop my predictions on, let's just going through the entire card, which I got the layouts here as we speak. So first up, we got Io Sky going up against Asuka. We know these two been exchanging words back and forth. Most recently, this past Monday night on Raw, they both had a sit down with Adam Pearce, where at the conclusion of their sit down, Asuka sprayed the blue mist in Io's face. And looks like I'm pretty sure, there's going to be some retribution from Io this Saturday. So with that being said, my prediction for this particular match, I'm gonna go with Io Sky over Asuka.
yeah, EO is gonna win this one. This match should have happened at Mania. Be honest, it should have been a
Agreed.
WrestleMania match. Uh, honestly, this keep on hunting. These was when I said two of the matches. This is
Yeah.
actually my other match I was talking about. Out of the
Okay.
like this match is gonna be a banger because they are two of the best women's wrestlers in the world. Was named Io is my number one right now. Was named they kill what they do. They know each other so well, so they know how to compliment each other and was named know what their strengths is, weaknesses, all that stuff. And they're gonna tell a really good story between those ropes. This is gonna be a great match. And I'm sure if I know I don't know them, but someone tells me they're gonna give some type of little subliminal shout out to Kyrie in this match. So
Mm.
I mean, which is be well receptive from everybody. So we stick with Io. What she does after this, who knows? Continue to climb back to the top to where she probably could get another title shot. Not right away, but definitely within the next couple of months. I'll say within the next within the next semester, definitely before the end of the year, she'll be back in that title picture again. So yeah, so this is gonna be to me this F around be the match of the night, to be honest. But we'll see. But so shout out to both these ladies. I know they're gonna kill it.
Yeah, Io defeats Asuka. I think she may take a break for a couple of months because right now you don't want to overuse her to the point where it's like now you're in some BS behind the scenes stuff or backstage vignettes for no apparent reason. Like you don't want to become that person on a roster. So yeah, I think this would be a good time for her to maybe take a break and
Plus her dudes in NXT now, right? Don't they date? Are they dating? Or
who on the boy Evil?
Evil, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. It's possible.
I think they're a real life couple.
Oh, okay.
If I read that correctly.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Take a break. Support your man. But there were some reports. Some reports. There's speculation that there's a chance Kyrie may come out during this match.
It wouldn't shock me because of so much backlash, all the pun intended, that they were getting for letting her go, like the R-Truth. Like I said, they let go of these very beloved fan favorite people who will be like involved in storylines at the time too. Like this is the crazy thing about it. Kyrie was involved in this storyline with Asuka and Io for like the last 7 months.
Yeah. And
then you just get rid of her. Like what? Like TKO, man. They don't care. I know they don't care. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Ain't nobody. Just two dudes talking shit on these cameras. But like they gotta be careful, man. We the voice that matters.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. Well, see, they're trying to silence all the voices by telling all these content creators to to remove their reaction videos and stuff. I don't know if
Like,
you saw that. Did you see
no, I
that?
didn't see that.
Yeah, apparently, TKO or even WWE included, those who like in the content creating world, like if you got like reaction videos from like WWE programming,
Right.
they were forced to take them down or lose their profiles or channels per se.
Come on, stop being stop being soft. Like
Yeah.
y'all multi-billion dollar company and content creators is hurting your feelings.
Hey
Like
man,
eh,
they want all the individual intellectual profits. They
that,
want all of it.
that's just the level of ego and arrogance that I just don't. I don't know. I guess I have to be worth a certain amount of money to understand it. Not to say
Right.
I would like be that person, but like just to understand where they're coming from. Because when you're that high in life of wealth, you really think you do no wrong. Like you really do. Like y'all not knocking it out the park. Y'all are
Right.
making many mistakes. People are going to call you out on it because we. The one thing I could say, like I said about TKO earlier, one thing I could say as 100%, 100% confidence, I know about wrestling way more than anybody on that TKO board.
Oh, I
And
agree.
only person that probably can talk that shit with me is The Rock,
Right.
because he grew up in this shit.
Right.
Anybody else on that board, I'd be like, okay,
I'm
you
actually
want to
with
talk
you
about
on that.
you want to talk about wrestling? Okay, bring up a topic. Let's go.
Right.
Like any topic, I guarantee you, I will run circles around you. What's up?
I'll be like, let me ramp my brain up for like the first couple of minutes first to be like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, like whatever you want to talk about.
But yeah, nah. So
I just
all right,
like,
so we both got EO on that one.
yeah, you got that.
Gotcha. All right, so next up we have this tag team match with the Miz and Kit Wilson going up against Danhausen and a mystery partner who he would have selected for this match. So I've been really out of the loop this week as far as like anything on dirt sheets. Not that I've been looking or ever choose to look, but I hadn't seen any type of spoilers for this just yet. Knock on wood. So as soon as I say that, go right on Twitter. Dan such and such is gonna be Dan House's partner.
Yeah, I've heard a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard two names. One is like kind of be like a cool thing, and the other one's like almost a like, yeah, this is probably going to happen.
Ah.
Uh,
Now let me ask you without spoiling anything. The one you said, yeah, it's probably going to happen. Like, is this someone that's been on the shelf for some time?
no.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Is this someone that could be like coming into the world of WWE for the first time?
No.
No, okay.
It's not somebody. It's a very common, very used, well
Uh
known.
I think I know who it's going to be.
Yep.
And it makes sense because apparently I heard this person might be doing some commentary this Saturday.
Maybe.
You're right. On to the next one.
On
On to the next one. If
to
that's
the
the
next.
case, they spoiled it at WrestleMania. Like,
Yeah.
boo. If it does turn out to be
If it
that,
is, they might
yeah.
swerve. Might swerve.
I mean, at this point, damn. Yeah, Carolina about to wrap us up, yo. Sorry, I got the Carolina Hurricanes and Flyers game on in the back. They literally just scored two more goals in like the last 5 minutes in the third period. So
Ugh.
uh
Ugh.
to whom it may concern, Carolina is up 4-1 in the third period of this game. So yeah,
Ugh.
Flyers might be getting swept.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally unfortunately. What also is unfortunate, but also fortunate for my sake and possibly yours, is Trick Williams going to defeat Sami Zayn this Saturday at
For,
Backlash.
for
You know,
sure.
in the name of the gingerbread man. what are
Listen,
you what are your thoughts on the gingerbread man?
it's funny but stupid. So if you're into that, it's gold. Like it's gold. I don't get it. I don't get it. But it's like it's funny. Like it's funny. It doesn't bother me. It's funny, but I just don't think it's necessary either. It's
Right.
like because Trick doesn't. It almost makes it look goofy. Like I know the gimmick is to be so outlandishly like flamboyant to where he does random like nonsense like that to show people I'm just that thorough. I could get away with whatever. But it's just like, do we need the gingerbread man? You already got a little Yachty running around here being
Right.
your little mascot. So you got two mascots. Like it's weird. Like it's not like one's a manager and one's a mascot. You pretty much got two mascots.
Right.
You know what I mean? So but once again, it doesn't really bother me. Like when Sami Zayn was the gingerbread man, it actually cracked me the hell up because Sammy's with the dancing, it's gold. Like when Sami Zayn dances, it cracks me the hell up. Like I love it. But like when it's not Sammy, it's just like, all right, it's a gingerbread man.
Where are you on this this Sami Zayn and possible heel turn that's developing?
I mean, they pretty much done it, but it's like I like Sammy as a heel, I really do. But I think he's a person that needs to be aligned with somebody, unfortunately.
Hmm.
Like I feel like it comes off better when he's a heel, but he has somebody alongside with him, like as like not even as a stooge, but there's somebody he could feed off of and like to make it more entertaining. Like him and Kevin Owens always are yin and yang. It
Yeah.
makes sense like this. But even when he was with Shinsuke and like that was cool because you could feed off of Shinsuke not really speaking English that well and his mannerisms and all that stuff. So it just he used that to be funny when he was with the bloodline. It worked because, like I said, even though he was like the comedy relief in the bloodline,
Yeah.
he was the funniest, most charming person there because he became the most popular person at one point in the bloodline. So it was like he feeds off being like associated with somebody. So when it's him by himself as just a heel, I'm gonna see how this goes.
Hmm.
So not them like saying like him as a heel, but not like all right, strap the rocket to him type heel.
Right.
Uh,
I tell you what though, if they decide to swerve us and allow Sammy to win this title back at Backlash, I might have to revolt my damn self. Like, wait, what? Like
yeah. If they do that, it's because I'm like, all right, Trick's about to be in the world title
main
scene.
event, yeah, in the
That's
main
the only
event
that's the
picture.
only reason why. Only reason I can see why. Because like what?
Yeah, I don't know. I think where Trick is now, I can see him being in his pocket for like the next year, 2 years possibly.
He might be, but like I said, you gotta strike while the iron's hot, man.
True,
You
true.
gotta strike while the iron's hot. Because people will, like I said, God be the fans are loyal because, like I said, you got people like LA Knight that the fans haven't turned on yet, which I ain't gonna lie, I thought by now they would have,
Right.
but they still holding on strong and wishing he was in the world title scene. So like
He can barely get on TV nowadays.
I
Shit.
say nowadays, I barely see him. I said now I barely see him on TV. Now we
He
got
another one. Like after Mania, like MIA. Well,
gone.
I think he was on Raw what the first 2 weeks, and that was
Yeah,
it.
that was
Like
it. Creative ain't got nothing for him. Did they ask him to take it to pay cut?
right, right. Honestly, the only way right now for LA Knight to make an impact in the WWE, hypothetical, Roman defeats Jacob in a grueling match, and then out of nowhere, LA Knight hit his finisher and closes out on Backlash.
Yeah, yeah. LA Knight, I said it a long time ago. He needs to become a heel. He needs to
Yeah.
become a heel. You need something fresh for him. He's a really good heel.
Actually,
He's
I'm gonna throw an extra layer on that. He can actually land that on either Roman or Jacob.
or Jacob. Yeah, either one. Either one. He has to become a heel. He has to be like this, like still be who the character he is, but more of an a-hole about it. Stop trying to be funny just
Yeah.
to just to ass. It's like he's just so tired and fed up and tired of being overlooked. Come at the fans. Oh my bad. Come at the fans and be like, and just start throwing out names like you guys constantly over and over cheer and yeet for people like Jay Uso. He's getting world championship opportunity after opportunity like this, and it's like this. You got these other guys, these new guys coming in. You're screaming out for Oba Femi and you're screaming out whoop that trick. What about me? Remember this LA Knight? Yeah, you remember that? Yeah. Well, guess what? No more. Yeah. Now it's no. Like you so
Right.
like I will see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Right. No, that's real. But before we get to that main event match, we still got Seth Rollins going up against Braun Breaker.
Supposed to be
Uh,
on Mania.
yeah, should have been a Mania match. Now that it's not Mania, I think Braun goes over on Seth.
He does. Cause now it's like why you come back, you you know, you cost them the match at Mania pretty much.
Yeah,
You attack him at Mania. He comes back. He like legit busts you open with a chair
right.
because Seth
Like,
Rollins
yeah,
like
yeah. This is like one of those like who need the rub pause more than the other, and I think at this point Seth is a household name.
yeah.
So
Bra-
now, yeah,
yeah,
with
Brian
Braun
needs it.
coming back, yeah,
Brian needs especially too because low key, even like he cooled off some. Like
yeah,
this, like he's not as hot and buzzing as he was
right,
like before the Royal Rumble. Like it really fizzled out. Like that the whole vision thing was
yeah,
doomed the second Seth went down. Like because that just broke up the whole story plot because Braun eventually was supposed to be a face, but they had to
right,
make him heel because Seth legit got hurt. And it's like it was so weird. That whole group just got cursed, man. It was like the three people who legit made division all got hurt.
right. Oh, we got a question that came in. Actually, a comment. Salute Brothers is from Mr. CR. What's the Crippler?
Mr. Crippler.
Mr. Crippler. Yeah. Salute Brothers is the rise of the Danhausen and the Gingerbread Man, the return of early 90s wrestling. It has that feel to it, actually.
A
Like,
little bit.
yeah,
It really does.
definitely
Like,
has that little feel to it.
listen, if you said this recently, and I contest to this, it wasn't just me. We were not fans of Danhausen coming to WWE when he first debuted. I was like, oh, this is stupid. This is bullshit.
Nobody was.
Yeah,
Nor those that was in attendance in Chicago were.
yeah,
Like,
like it did not go well at all. But he has gotten so over, and once again, I think his shtick works better backstage than it does when it's out in the ring. I really still feel like he doesn't get over like that with the crowd when he's doing his stuff out in the ring in the arena. When he does his little stuff and skits in the back and his interactions with the wrestlers,
yeah,
that's hilarious. That
yeah,
that's funny. But when he does his little stuff back, like I would like, dude, just have him wrestle if you want, because he's actually a decent wrestler. Just have him wrestle when he's out in the ring. No stupid shenanigans, the curse pyro going off of that. But yeah, man. But definitely got that '90s feel with the Gingerbread Man and Danhausen cursing people. Like it doesn't take you back to the days of Tugboat and Duke the Dumpster Jersey. Was it Duke the Dumpster Jersey?
hmm
It was called
Duke the Dumpster Draw. It was a draw. Dude, yeah,
like Drawsy or something. Like
yeah.
it's those days was rough.
Oh man,
Those days were rough, man. But
that was like part of like that border of the new generation and stuff. Like the atom bomb D's.
Adam Bomb, I said you had Doink, you had freaking yeah, everything. You had Tugboat, you had Earthquake, then he turned into Typhoon.
Yeah,
I was like, it was weird. It's like everybody had to have a job. You had a hockey player, you had a magician, you had a
right.
plumber,
The repo man.
the repo man. Goodness. As though we had, oh, that was a time.
Oh man. All right. So for this match, we both got Braun, right?
Brian all day.
All right. Solid, solid. All right. Next up, I believe we got the main event, which will be Roman Reigns defending the World Heavyweight Championship against his cousin Jacob Fatu. Now this
Five,
match, yeah,
two.
this match here. I know you said like Io and Oscar could possibly be the match of the night. I think the way these two are going to deliver for Backlash, this might be like one of those matches that we may have some replay value for, and like the how agile Jacob is, for his size. Like I don't think Roman really went at anybody, and it's unfortunate. Got to be family he got to go through now. Like I don't think he really ran through someone like a Jacob. Like I don't think he squared up against someone like a Jacob before. And this is going to be like one of those fights. But the question is, does Jacob actually win the title? I got a feeling somebody gonna mess it up for Jacob in this
About to say,
match.
yeah, I got a feeling it's gonna end up like in a deep. This is like this is a regular match, right? This is not no holds barred shit, right?
Well, it's gonna turn into that no matter
Yeah, that's what
what.
I'm saying. Like this, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think there's gonna be some interference shit going on. It might be with Solo.
Hmm.
What's his name? Then the Usos get involved. So it might be shenanigans like that. I personally did not want this match to happen just yet.
Right.
Like, yeah, I did not want Jacob just to get thrown into a world title. I told you it's confusing.
Right.
WrestleMania, you got two SmackDown guys fight each other, and Jacob and Drew, and then he ends up on Raw to
Right.
challenge the world champion of Raw, who on paper was also a SmackDown guy. Like it was weird. It was weird.
Right.
That's why I told you, this draft is bullshit. It doesn't matter. It's like I was just like, I don't get it. How do you go? Like, why didn't he challenge Cody? Like,
Right.
because I mean, it's like went to challenge his cousin. Like that's weird. Like, because everything he said to Roman, he could have said to Cody. He
Right.
said, "I want what you have. I want the Rolex. I want the endorsements. I want the blah blah." You could have said all that to Cody.
Hmm.
Like I was like, but whatever powers that be, thought it was like because
I
and
mean,
also
it's
too,
definitely TKO and part those that write for Raw too,
yeah,
because they
too,
they
and
they,
then and
they
also
want that
too.
on
I
there.
don't know if you saw a segment where Jacob was on the phone talking to somebody. They also love doing that shit. Whoever's the writer,
Yeah.
like he's doing this. Like he just did this with Randy Orton. Like
Yeah.
he was on the phone talking to somebody, and it wound up being Pat McAfee. I'm like, Jacob's on the phone. Who the hell he talking to?
Right. Yeah, I
Let
saw
me,
that.
yeah. So he's like love. He said love y'all. So he's talking to somebody, but multiple people.
Right.
So like people saying it could be the Usos. The Usos might trade or stab Roman Reigns in the back and blah blah blah. I'm like maybe. Well,
If they do that, that would be sick. Actually,
bad to say. So
that would be sick.
it might be it keeps the bloodline thing
And if
interesting.
they were to actually do it, they may have to execute on a title win for Jacob.
It might. It would make sense.
Yeah.
It would get people buzzing, get people talking.
Hmm.
I told you from day one when I first seen him wrestle, and I found out he's going to WWE. I was like, he's a future world champion. Strap the racket to this man. Do not bullshit. Give him the rub. Give him all that. He's the guy, and
Right.
he's as I say. Imagine Jacob versus Obafemi. oh,
Goodness
oh,
gracious.
oh.
They're gonna reinforce the ringside area because like somebody definitely going through the rails.
Uh,
Like no
yo,
matter what, somebody going through the rails.
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, but wait, so who you say you got for that match?
I think it's going to have like a no contest. To be
Oh, you
honest,
did say no contest.
yeah,
That's
it's a no
right. Yeah.
contest. Yeah.
I'm actually agreeing with you on that. I think it's going to end up to like a no contest. Like it's either somebody from Solo's clip going to come down, or somebody else that's like in the mix for like a title run or something. They're going to come down and you know what I mean, try to interfere. Hence, I don't know. Could this be that spot for LA Knight? You know, like the shock out of nowhere, LA Knight takes down the tribal chief or Jacob Fatu, you know, at the conclusion of that match. Like, if anything, the more I'm speaking on this, I feel like LA Knight need that. He needs a run in like that for Saturday. You know,
Yeah,
to
he
keep him
need to do
relevant.
you need to do something.
Right.
You need to do something. Because
Right.
right now, they just I don't know what he's doing. Honestly, I don't know. It's like having Randy Orton become a tag team. Like they
Mhm.
both just disappeared and just come back.
Right.
RK,
Exactly.
RKO and I don't know LA Knight's finisher name.
I forgot.
Blunt force trauma.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was BFT.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
like
Yeah.
I hate his move, but okay. I hate it's like basically it's RKO's, but instead of jumping in the
Right.
air, he goes forward.
Is it time to put the timetable on whatchamacallit, LA Knight? Like, do you believe he'll eventually become a world heavyweight champion?
Not now. I
Hmm.
did 2 years ago. They should have done it. They put the whatever into Priest,
Right.
and it didn't work.
Right.
Which Priest cool, but I knew it wasn't gonna work.
But in a way, I feel like Priest got away with it because of the Judgment Day faction.
That's exactly why he got away with it, but it just still didn't work. Even him as the heavyweight champion,
Right.
he seemed like he was not one of the most important people in his group. Like Rhea was the most popular. Dom was getting the most reaction. What's his name
Right.
is like, I mean, so it's like that's what people cared about the most more than anything. And then you got the guy who has the belt. He's supposed to be the top guy. And he said nobody. I ain't saying nobody didn't care about him, but he wasn't the most relevant thing in that
Right.
faction.
Right.
So as I said, they should have LA Knight should have won Money in the Bank. He should have. And then now it's just now look where he at. He got the United States title, I think twice. That
Mm.
ain't go nowhere. Like he about to be in that mid card scene, and he's not no young guy neither.
Mm-mm. He like our age, actually.
That age, he's not no young guy neither. So I know he's selling good merch and endorsement deals with Slim Jim, so he's get some nice checks with that. I would assume. But yeah,
Gonna get
you better figure it out.
creep creeping up to the Winkster line. Damn. And I thought you was the man, homie. The f- happened to you? Say nah.
You gonna say TKO?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell you, man, might be a
Crazy.
walkout.
Right, right.
A walkout.
All right.
Montez Ford. What happened?
Mm. They they
Montez,
they on their way back. They on their
bro,
way.
bro, he supposed to be where Trick Williams at right now.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
don't know I don't know what happened, bro.
They're trying to push that tag team division.
What tag team division? They got rid of everybody.
Right. Just
New
just
Day.
just what's the name? Theory, Logan and Usos and the Prophets. Well, the Prophets, you know, now they've been battling excuse me, Austin and Logan lately. So they've been you know trying to deal with them as a
They,
late.
they give them put the titles on them. Make them challenge. I don't care.
Mhm.
Truth and see our Truth and Damien. To tell you, bro, that's how bad the tag team division. I almost forgot they was the champions.
Mhm.
I was about to say who's the champions on SmackDown? It's our Truth and Damien
Yeah.
Priest. Like, come on, man. Like,
Right.
get rid of those belts. One tag team belts. Get the Street Profits because they're really really good.
Yeah.
Let them cook, and then next year solo runs.
Yeah. At least by then, you should have somebody replacing him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
so.
we'll see. They just got rid of 70% of their tag team division, so like,
Right.
it was like,
Nope, no more. Can't afford it.
they
Can't
gotta,
afford it.
so they got rid of who did they get rid of? They got rid of Tongaloa.
Tongaloa, JC Mateo. Sorry, I got the hiccups.
JC, that's what I say. That was another
Yeah.
person too, but I wasn't like. Well, I know it wasn't Tamatonga. JC
Right.
Mateo.
Right.
Yeah, Jeff Cobb. Go back to TNA. Go to Japan. Whatever.
Yeah.
I
Actually think he may go back to AEW.
as I say, I don't know. I don't want him to go back to AEW. He might, but I just don't want him to.
Yeah. At this point, everybody don't need to go back to AEW.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, kill it on the indie scenes. Like, just go do your Matt card down on the blueprint. Just go anywhere they want to book you and pay you.
Right.
You can do GCW, like, dude.
No, that's a fact. So, all right, Mr. Moyofit, we are at the 1 hour 25-minute mark. I don't know why it's out of nowhere. It's got crazy hiccups. Like, I don't think I had the hiccups in forever.
Got that juice.
Yeah, right. That cup
juice.
water.
Yeah, that cup water.
Never again. Especially not during the show.
Can't do that thought juice, bro.
Yeah, right. Oh, don't call it thought juice. Man.
Remember the strawberry Ritas, the lime Ritas?
I never had one of those.
I did thought juice, bro. All this like heavy, sugary,
Right.
like syrupy liquor, like thought juice.
Yeah, I'll pass.
That's for cut waters, Four Locos.
Oh.
Thought juice, bro.
Right.
Something cheap to get you twisted.
Right. Right. Yeah. I'll be like, yeah. I'll pass.
Yeah.
I'll pay for it in the gym in the morning.
Yeah. Stick to my bourbon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Terramana, I apologize. I'll be back. We'll be back next week. Say,
yeah.
Let me stop.
Rock sponsor us. More Rock.
Yeah, right. Like, stop
we
playing.
Shout you out every week.
Exactly. We need that connect on some bottles, please.
Yeah.
Por favor.
Yeah, we was talking shit about TKO, but once you sponsor us, they're the best thing ever.
Yeah, right. Like we love TKO. It's like no.
We sign with them any day of the week.
Like, man, y'all sold out. Like,
yes, we sell our shows, we sell our conventions. Like we still steps.
like
we out here.
Like we on the road.
We out here.
Oh man. Oh yeah, this ended the third period getting real intense now because Carolina in the power play, and they just started fighting again.
There you go.
Yeah, it's getting wild.
Something.
Yeah, pretty much. So
right now, Philly ain't looking too good. We gotta win something. Let's fight.
Yeah, and the Phillies got their ass kicked tonight too. See, although they had a nice little 8-1 record over the last 9. So.
Like I said, we've been cooking. Like, they were cooking, so
they'll get back.
Yeah.
So, all right, everyone. This was Still Steps, powered by All of 50 Talk Sports Network. Mr. Moyofit, I am Politic and Hot. We will get back next week. Recap what transpired on Backlash. Goldie back in the building. Welcome back. And we'll, get back to their turnbuckle talk next Thursday. Till then, peace.